Hey everybody. Uh, what a great day I had today. As you can tell, I'm a little tired. It's a lot later than I normally make the videos. I didn't really do any exercising today. Um, I just kind of took a day off. I went yesterday to, I did my workout yesterday and I went to my girlfriend's sister's house. And we just had a great time over there. Me and her sister's husband are like brothers. We get along really well. It was just a really nice day. And then today, I got home yesterday like 9:30 at night. I had a quick bite to eat, a little ground beef, and then I was up probably till like 3 o'clock in the morning. My girlfriend stayed at the sister's house. I try to make sure she gets time with her sister as much as possible. I just feel like it's important. You know, my family's kind of spread out all over the place, so I don't get to see them that much. So I make sure she gets to see hers. Um, so today was kind of a cool day for me. Um, One of my fondest memories of my father was going to Canada every summer. It was like a 13-hour drive, and we just had a good time the whole drive. I wasn't it, he wasn't one of those guys that made the trip miserable or made it hard for me. We joked, we laughed, I slept a lot. It was just a nice drive. And then we'd get there, we'd spend 2 or 3 weeks in Canada, which is a beautiful country if you ever get the opportunity to go. We used to go to a little small town called Renews in New Brunswick. It's it's the epitome of a small town. One store, one gas station. You got to drive 40 miles to go to a supermarket. It's a town of probably 150 people. But every single person in the town is a sweetheart. Nobody locks their doors. Everybody's always welcome. Everybody knows each other. You know, before we unpacked the car, everybody knew we were in town. You know, just a real down home kind of feel. Fisherman's Town, the Miramichi River runs along it. So if you go for a walk down the old main highway, which is just a dead end road now, you could hang out with the fishermen all day. And you don't need to know them. You just walk up and you're welcome. You know, if they have drinks, if they have food, they share it with you. If they're driving by and they see you walking, they'll pull over and, you know, if you're old enough to drink, they have beers in the cooler. Next thing you know, you're hanging out with some guy drinking beers in the back of his pickup. It's that kind of a town. It's hard to explain. But anyway, I went there as a child. I started going there at like 11 to 12 years old. And thanks to my sister, she introduced me to a couple of kids that were my age. And we immediately became close friends. And it's the only relationship I've maintained my entire life. I've had friends that I grew up with in Queens that I'm friends with on Facebook, but I'll probably never see them again in person. George is the person I'm talking about. I reach out to him every once in a while. He reaches out to me every once in a while. That's the most it's been for 30 years. I haven't seen him since I was 16 or 17 years old. He lives in the States now. He's in Boston, I want to say. And he was in town in Jersey for business, which is, a hop, skip, and a jump away. And he shot over and we just spent the day. I cooked up some steaks. I made George carnivore today. So, hey, George, if you're out there, you're already losing weight and feeling better. He came over. I got some New York strip from Australia. Not my favorite. I got to be honest with you. It had I don't want to say gamey, but almost like an earthy taste to it. It was grass-fed, grass-finished. I didn't do that on purpose. It was just what was available. Honestly, it was the most budget-friendly steaks. They didn't have the bone-in chuck that I love, so I just got what I thought would be a decent-sized meal for a fair price. So I got 4 New York strips. He had one, I had 2, and I got to save one. But, catching up, talking about old times, talking about, the families we have and the different times we had, the different paths we took. He had a really good family. Like I said, everybody I met in Renew was just a sweetheart of a person. So, he was like the path not taken. He, did well in school, went to university, got a corporate job. He's doing big things, And I don't hate my life. I love my life. I'm a civil servant. I enjoy every second of my job. But it's kind of interesting to see the path that I might have been on. He's buying high-end cars and he lives in beautiful homes and doing big vacations. That's not my life, and I'm not trying to take away from him. I'm so happy for him. But it does sound nice. So that's the story anyway. I had a great time with him. As with all old friends, we fell into the same rhythm we had when we were 15 years old, joking around, laughing, breaking each other's chops, sharing stories. He had some IPAs that he drank. I drank my water and ate my beef. Like I said, he was a carnivore for the day. We just had a bunch of steaks and that was it. So maintain those friendships, guys. It's important. It was great to see him. There's another mutual friend that me and him both used to hang out with, this gentleman, Jason. I'm hoping that we get to all get together again and go out and do something at some point, but we'll see what happens. But that's it for today. Today was just about friendships, old times, and new memories. It did kind of make me think about if I didn't get on this diet, if the health path I was on would have took me to the heart attack I'm pretty sure I was heading towards, I would have never had this opportunity. So I'm very thankful and I'm feeling blessed today to have such long life friends that go out of their way a little bit just to come see you. I'm missing my girlfriend. I'm going to try and fill the time with a movie. I just found the Billy Joel documentary. I heard it's great. I spoke to my girlfriend. She's going to call me in about an hour to say goodnight. I am missing her terribly. Today's day first full day that she's gone, and she'll be back tomorrow morning. So tonight will be the second full night. We haven't, with the exception of me going to work, I haven't been in this house alone in my bed without her since we got the apartment. So it's a little weird and kind of lonely. So anyway, you guys enjoy your day. Like I said, maintain those friendships, make the reconnections if you can, and try to stay healthy. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be back on my routine again tomorrow. Bye.